Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Comfy Chair Conversations podcast. I'm your host, Caden, and thank you for joining me on this awesome episode today. So, today we're going to be doing tier lists, which, if you don't know what that is, there's different tiers, and we rank things like fast food chains, just like candy, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, we're gonna be ranking some stuff on a tier list today. Auditory version. Okay, so first we're gonna be ranking some cartoon character protagonists. Okay, let's see what we got first. So first up, we got, and I'm only gonna be ranking ones I know. So we got Charlie Brown. So Charlie Brown is just an absolute classic. So if you don't know the ranking system, it goes D, C, B, A, S. So D is the lowest tier, S is the highest tier. So Charlie Brown is a classic, and he gets quoted a lot, and I think he's just an overall good cartoon character. I kind of want to put him, we're going to put Charlie Brown at A. Garfield, also a very classic character, not as classic as Charlie Brown. I've never been the biggest fan of him, but I think he was a good character. A unique character for sure, and he gets referenced a lot. Like if you have a fat cat or whatever, or a cat that likes to eat food a lot or overeats, then you probably know who this cat is. Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, this is a fantastic character and a great leader in these episodes, but he's not Charlie Brown level. So, I'm going to have to put him at B tier here. Just because he's not at the Charlie Brown level, and I have to stick to my gut on that one. Optimus Prime. Now, I didn't watch too many Transformers cartoons because I didn't really like that character. I didn't like Optimus Prime. He was not a good cartoon protagonist. And I didn't really like the whole Transformers cartoon or movie franchise. So I'm going to put him at D tier because he was just not good. Next up, we got He-Man. This is also a classic character, a symbol of heroic acts, but he wasn't the best as far as just by himself. So I'm gonna have to put him at C tier here. Next up, we got the Thundercats protagonist. I don't remember his name, but I did really, really like the show, and I like this character, so I will have to put him at B tier. Yes. Next, we got Scrooge McDuck. Now, this is a classic character again, but he's a rich character, and that's about as far as it goes. I mean, he has qualities like traits, but like he doesn't have much depth as a character, just like He-Man. So I'm gonna put him at C. I'm skipping shows that I don't know, and we're going to Mickey Mouse. Now, this character, it's showing Mickey Mouse as Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Now, I watched Mickey Mouse Clubhouse a ton as a kid, so I feel like I have to put him next to Charlie Brown here. I don't know if anyone's gonna go in S tier. Like, I really don't know. Alright, looks like next up we got one of the Powerpuff Girls, looks like. We're gonna put her probably... the Powerpuff Girls was a good cartoon. We're ranking the protagonists, we're not necessarily ranking the shows. So I think her as a protagonist, it didn't really work too well. I'm going between C and D tier. I think I'm gonna put her at C tier here. But let's move on. We got, who else we got? We got Yogi Bear. Yogi Bear. Now, Yogi was an underrated cartoon for sure, and I feel like he should be placed higher than C tier, but I don't think he's B tier quality. So I am gonna have to put him at C tier, but he is an underrated character. Okay, who else we got? We got Bugs Bunny. Oh, this is just super classic character. I'm gonna actually put Bugs Bunny at S tier, and I'm actually gonna move Mickey Mouse at S tier. And then we are going to grab, who's next? We got Ben 10, like early Ben 10, not the new Ben 10. Ben 10 was an show. I wasn't a big fan of it, so I'm gonna have to put it at D tier. It wasn't too great, to be honest. So D tier it goes. And he wasn't a great protagonist either. We got Finn from Adventure Time. Now, I loved this character and I love this show, and I think it's absolutely legendary. That's why I have to put it at B right here. And you know what? I'm going to move Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to A tier because I think he's on the Charlie Brown level. He's really iconic, so we're going to put him there. Next up, we got... It's Gumball from Amazing World of Gumball. Now, this show was a good show. I enjoyed watching it, and Gumball was a fun character to watch. Which is why I'm going to have to put it at B, because the character really kept me engaged, and it was good. Next up is Steven Universe. Now, I love this show, and I think they do such a good job, and I think this character is so incredibly well done and well-rounded as a protagonist. I'm debating between A and S tier for Steven Universe because it's such a good character. I think I'm gonna put Steven Universe at S tier. We're putting him in S tier above Charlie Brown and Leonardo. So next up, it looks like we have Uncle Grandpa. I did not really like the show. This was not a good character, so I'm putting it at D tier. Next up we got Robin from the original Teen Titans. The original Teen Titans was good, so I feel like I have to put it. It was a good character. I'm gonna put it at B tier. Yeah. Next up we got Phineas from Phineas and Ferb. Great character. I have to put it at A tier. I mean, absolutely phenomenal character. Next, we got SpongeBob. A fun character to watch, but not exactly a protagonist and not much depth to his character. So I am going to have to put it at C as far as protagonists go, but a great show and fun to watch for sure. Let's see. Who else we got? We got Po from Kung Fu Panda. Great character. I love these movies. I'm gonna have to put him at B tier. Definitely a really fun character to watch. Next, we got Star from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. This was actually a really good show, and the character really evolved throughout the series. I can't quite bring myself to put it at A tier, but I can definitely put it at B tier. Yeah. Next, we got Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Easily in A tier. I mean, absolutely great character. Loved watching that show. Let's see. We got Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. I hated this movie, so it's going at D tier, because I hate that character. Next, we got Scooby-Doo. I did not love Scooby-Doo as a kid. It made for some great memes, of course, later, but I did not the biggest fan of its show. I definitely can't put it up there with SpongeBob, so it's gonna have to go to D tier. And yeah, that's gonna do it for our first protagonist list. Alright, now we're heading on to Marvel movies. Now, I love Marvel movies. Definitely my favorite movie franchise. So I'm gonna struggle with this one for sure, because I love all of them, except for a few actually, but that's okay. We're gonna start with the worst ones, and that is the first Thor movie. I think we can all agree that was not a good movie. And then the first Hulk movie also goes in D tier. I think that's the only two. Actually, no, I'm going to put Thor: The Dark World. I'm going to put that in D tier as well. So, those are the only three movies that I would put in D tier. Are Thor, Hulk, and Thor: The Dark World. Alright, next up we got C tier, so movies that were but they weren't bad. So, I am going to put Iron Man 2 on the C tier here. So on C tier, I'm also going to put the first Captain America. I know that's like, I know a lot of people are going to be upset about that, but it just wasn't that great for me. Next up, we got B tier. I'm going to have to put Ant-Man as well as Ant-Man and the Wasp. Both were B tier movies. They were pretty good, but if we're comparing Marvel movies, it wasn't the best compared to other movies. So also on B tier, I'm gonna have to put Iron Man 3 and Iron Man 1. Oh, also on B tier, we're gonna put Avengers Age of Ultron. Alright, on A tier, I'm gonna have to put the original Avengers, and I'm also going to put Spider-Man Homecoming on there as well as Winter Soldier. We can also put Doctor Strange up there, as well as Captain Marvel, Thor Ragnarok, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 both belong in A tier. S tier, which should be Black Panther, Civil War, Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War. So that's my Marvel tier list. Let's move on. Now comes the infamous fast food chain ranking. So at D tier, the worst ones, the not so good ones, I'm going to put KFC in D tier, as well as Burger King. Those two, and they don't have, oh, and then I'm also going to put Popeyes at D tier. I don't like any of those chains, so I'm going to have to put them pretty low. Next, we got C tier, ones that are like, they're pretty good. They're not great. So I'm going to have to put McDonald's at C tier. And I believe that would be it for C tier from what I see listed here. Yeah, just McDonald's. And then for B tier, we have to put Little Caesars. And then we also have to put, Taco Bell. Taco Bell goes at B tier. Yeah, for sure. And then I think that's it for B tier. Now we move on to A tier, which I'm going to put Arby's. I really like Arby's. Their roast beef sandwiches are amazing. They're undefeated, honestly. I'm also going to have to put White Castle there, and we can put Pizza Hut there. Anything else that wouldn't... Oh, I forgot to put Domino's Pizza up here. Domino's Pizza goes in C tier with McDonald's. For sure. No doubt about it. I'm going to have to put Five Guys in A tier. I know. You think it should be an S tier, but I just don't go there enough to really enjoy it. So I'm gonna have to put it at A tier. And I'm also going to have to put Chick-fil-A at A tier and Wendy's at A tier. And then we got, who we got left? We got Chipotle is S tier, Dairy Queen is S tier, Panda Express is S tier, Subway is S tier, Papa John's is S tier. So there is my list. There you go. Now it is time for the best cereal. Now I'm not a cereal guy, but I have tried a lot of these cereals, so I feel like I can rank them. So we're starting with D tier, okay? D tier, we're going to put honeycomb and rice checks, as well as cornflakes, Special K, Raisin Bran, some more Raisin Bran apparently. It was put on here twice. And I believe that would be it for that tier. Yeah. Okay. Now we got C tier. we're going to put the whole wheat Cheerios. It looks like is on here. Who else is C tier? Who is C tier material? Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles are C tier. Also, Honeycomb Oats is going to be at D tier as well. We are going to place at B tier. We're going to place Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes goes at B tier. And Captain Crunch goes at B tier. Alright, next is A tier. You gotta put Fruit Loops in. You gotta put the Honey Nut Cheerios. Definitely go in. Okay. And then, who else we got? We got Lucky Charms. They gotta go at A tier as well. Actually, I'm gonna move Fruit Loops up to S tier because it is really good. But A tier, we're also gonna put Trix. Trix are that's a good cereal. And then finally at S tier, we gotta put Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Apple Jacks. All right, now we're gonna be ranking video game controllers. So I think at S tier, we are going to actually let's start with D tier. Let's start with the garbage ones. So I don't like the Switch Joy-Cons, so they can go at D tier. I don't care. The original PlayStation controller and the N64 controller and whatever the heck this controller is. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. For the YouTube viewers, you'll be able to see it in the actual tier list. Let me know if you know what that is. I don't know what that is. We can also put in, what else can we put in? Nothing else for D tier. For C tier, we can put in the original Xbox controller. Just for its weird angles and whatever. The Super Nintendo controller, we can also put that one in there. Alright, moving up to B tier. We got the PlayStation 2 controller and the Sega Genesis controller and Xbox 360 controller. We can put those up there. And then for A tier, we got the PS4 controller. We got the Wii U controller. We got, what else we got? We got the, what is it called? The Nintendo Plus controller, like whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about. And then we can also put in, for S tier, let's move on to S tier. We got the GameCube controller, definitely the best. The original Nintendo controller, the Wii remote and nunchuck, and then, of course, the Xbox One controller. Alright, now we're ranking video game development companies. So, right off the bat, we got Sega, which I'm going to put at, them at B tier. And then we got Epic Games. I'm going to put them at C tier because they've given me free games. Blizzard Entertainment, I like their games. I'm going to have to put them at A tier. We got DICE. They've made a few good games, right? I'm going to put them with Blizzard at A tier. 2K Games, we can put those at A tier. PlayStation, we can just slap on D tier because Xbox is so much better. And then, what else we got here? Treyarch, they made some good Call of Duty games, right? We can put them at we'll put them at A tier. Activision, we'll put at S tier. They've made some really good games. Capcom, we're going to put with Sega at B tier. I'm actually going to move Blizzard up with Activision at S tier. Nintendo, we can put at A tier. And Mojang, I mean, they created Minecraft, so you got to put them probably at S tier. And we're going to put Nintendo at S tier as well, actually. EA, they've made some actually good games, so we're going to put them at A tier. Telltale Games, got to put them at S tier. Warner Bros., they've made a few good games. We'll put them at B. Microsoft Studio, they've made some classics. They now own Minecraft, and they're starting to make some good adjustments, I would say. So we're going to put them at A tier here. Okay? And then Ubisoft, we'll put it A tier, and we're actually gonna move Dice down to B tier. And I believe that is it. Yeah, that's it for the video game development segment. All right, now we're gonna be ranking the Super Mario characters. So I'm gonna have to go D tier with the I don't really know his name, but the guy with the shell that pulls you out of the water when you fail on a course. The guy with the goggles and the shell, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And then next I'm gonna have to put all of the Bowser off-brands, as I like to call them. They're super weird. I don't like them. Yeah, I don't. No. D tier, we're also gonna put Rose Gold Peach. Didn't like her. Not a fan. Thank you. And then at C tier, we're gonna have to put Baby Mario and Baby Luigi, and any other baby character that you might think of would go there as well. Oh, and then the guy that throws the hammers at you in Super Mario as well. We're gonna put him at C tier. At B tier, we're gonna put Toadette at B tier. And we're also going to put Rosalina and Shy Guy and the Wizard Dude. And we're going to put Goombas there as well. Actually, we're going to move the Wizard down to C. The Wizard isn't that great. Anything else that should be at B tier? It does not look like it. Actually, Daisy, you're going to B tier. Alright? I'm banishing you. Who else? I believe that is... Oh, wait, no. We gotta put Diddy Kong at B. Diddy Kong goes at B. Now at A tier. We gotta put... Ooh, this is tough. We gotta put Koopa, okay? We gotta put... Ooh. Let's put Wario. Wario is going there. Toad is going there. Okay. We gotta put... We're putting Bowser at A tier. And then we are putting... Ooh. Let's put Donkey Kong at A tier as well. And, we forgot Piranha Plant should be at C tier. And King Boo should be at B tier. Alright, now for S tier. We got Mario, of course. Luigi, of course. Bowser Jr., of course. Dry Bones, that's what that is. Metal Mario, Peach, and we got Waluigi. We got Yoshi. And that is going to complete our tier list for the man, the myth, the legend, Mario. Okie dokie, moving on to the MCU villains. MCU is Marvel Cinematic Universe, if you didn't know that. Alright, so first off, we got the Abominator. Was not a good villain. I believe he was in Hulk. He was that guy's villain. So we're going to put him at D. Or, I don't even know. I don't even remember which movie he's from, but he goes at D tier. Alexander Pierce. He can go at C tier. We can put Dormammu. I feel like he could have been better. I feel like they definitely could have made him cooler than he was, so we're going to put him at B tier. Next, we got Ego, which, of course, is the Guardians of the Galaxy villain. So, he was a good villain. I did like him as a villain, so we're going to put him at A tier. Ghost, we're going to put at A tier. Actually, we're going to move Dormammu down to C tier. I don't know this guy, so we're just going to skip him. We're going to Hela, which was the villain in Thor Ragnarok. She was a good villain. Didn't really have too much of an arc, so we're gonna put her at B. The iron, I can't see what that says, but the guy who was the villain who fought against Iron Man and like mimicked his suit and wanted to be better than him. So I really liked this villain. We're gonna put him at A tier. Next, we got Killmonger, definitely one of the best villains I've ever seen in the MCU, so we're putting him at S tier for sure. Loki, S tier, easy. Let's see, Malekith, I believe he's the Dark World bad guy, so we're gonna put him at D tier. Red Skull was good, we're gonna put him at B tier. Ronan, I did like Ronan, so we're gonna put him at B as well. Let's see, Thanos, S tier, easy. Ultron, we can put at B tier. Vulture, we're gonna put him at A tier. Actually, no, we're gonna put him at B tier. And then Winter Soldier, we're putting at S tier. Yeah, put him at S tier. Putting Whiplash at S tier. Putting Yellow Jacket at C tier. And we're putting Zemo at... We're putting him at A tier. Actually, no. We're going to put him at C tier. That's a big jump, I know, but that's the way to go. Thank you all for tuning in for this podcast. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, if you're on YouTube, leave a like. If you are on Spotify, keep on listening, follow the podcast. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.